That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
The home team on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Carr. Here's Bell. Still no points. Şengün, no good. Here's Yao. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Bell. To the left side wing. Westbrook left side. 6 to shoot. Carr passes to Westbrook. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Şengün with a steal. Here's Bell. Wall covering. They get it back. Boozer passes to Şengün. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, Coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
So good at finding the angles of drive. Westbrook is as fast as he is agile.
Here's Wilkins. He's scoreless. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Pittsburgh shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. 1:51 left in the second. Here's Skiles. Wall covering. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the jumper. Skiles has got his first basket.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Pippen pass to Yao. Yes, it's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Skiles. Here's Pippen. Check by James.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
1:09 left in the second period. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Substitution on court.
.105 left in the second quarter. Westbrook, the pass to Chamberlain. Westbrook against Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket by Westbrook. Westbrook's gotten his second bucket.
So skillful with the ball. Westbrook showing us what he can do.
Here's Duncan. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Good.
Just a master of the mid-range. Look, LeBron James, he knows how to get to his spots and knock down the shots.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Wade drives in. Rebound Miami. Here's Boozer. Now Westbrook. Puts up a deep three. No good on the buzzer beater. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pittsburgh out in front, running away with it. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pittsburgh leading by 23. We've got Dwight Howard, George out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Duncan in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half from Mike D'Antoni.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
James can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's James. After the basket by Pittsburgh on the other end.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds it.
A nice shot by Duncan. Duncan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Westbrook can't hit. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Loading up to stop Mitchell can lead to big breakdowns defensively.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Heat. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bell, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And so it's Pittsburgh with it. They've only allowed 2 points.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Now, here is James. He's got 5. Pass to Bell. 6 on the shot clock. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
So it's Miami now. The drive by Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
That's Russell's go-to. He loves to go right to the rim off of a drive.
Here's Duncan. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Wade. Right around 3 minutes into this second half.
Does what he has to do to avoid the block, but hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
And that one's good. James has got 7.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
So it's Miami now. 1:33 left in the third quarter. And there's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. Howard grabs the miss. And it's Pittsburgh's ball. Here's George. Takes it inside. And George with the jam.
You gotta like the momentum on George's drive. Cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Pass to Chamberlain. And here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
With his first shot attempt. George against James. And the jam by George.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
And it's Miami's ball. Pass to Bell. Now here is James. George defending. James, that's good. He's got 11.
Good work on the block. I like when LeBron gets aggressive this close to the rim.
Mitchell, the pass to Howard. Here's Duncan. Driving to the basket. George outside. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Here's Bell. Back to Westbrook. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Pittsburgh. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for Miami. We've got Alperen Sengun, and it's Boozer in at the 4. And it's Pittsburgh's ball. Here's Mitchell, up and in on the layup.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Here's Billups, checked by Mitchell. Pass to Boozer. Sengun, the screen. Howard with some nice D. Duncan, the pass to Howard. To the inside. Here's Duncan. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Here's Billups, checked by Mitchell, and he comes up with a bucket.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Spins. Pass to Duncan, back to Wade. Howard with the ball. Clock at 6. Driving in. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Ooh, putting on a a show for the fans, going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Bell. It's rebounded by Wade. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The physicality of George. His coaches and teammates encourage him to attack and draw contact.
Both teams will make substitutions. George hits them both. So it's Miami now. Westbrook with it. And he lobs it up. It's picked off. Wall with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Wall, the pass to Yao. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to James. The 3 ball. And it's Westbrook that time on the assist from James.
Total confidence. Westbrook doesn't think, he just shoots.
George, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball for Miami. Now, here is James from deep three-point land. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Look, when LeBron James is hitting his 3 from that spot, look, this offense completely opens up.
George. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by James. So it's Miami now. And he drives in. Here's Bell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Pittsburgh.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
And it's Miami's ball. Westbrook finds James. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Yao. Rebound Miami. Chamberlain's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stolen by Wall. Here's the break. And there's the lob. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Count it. Good. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such great control from Westbrook. Just stop and pop, catching the defense all off balance.
Pass to Yao.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Second team foul.
Off the inbound. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Now, here is James. Back to Westbrook. Ball with the defensive effort. And so it's Pittsburgh with it. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Yao. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Third team foul.
And he drops the first. So he gets them both. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth. The drive by Westbrook. Wall with the defensive effort. Right wing. Back to George. Pass to Wall. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. George outside. Off with the layup. So Pittsburgh wins it. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
Fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And before...
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And Pittsburgh starts out with the ball. Mitchell left side. Here's George. Pulls up. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Oh, textbook there by Brand on the pass, spotting an open teammate and just getting it to him in rhythm.
And Davis sends it back. And so it looks like Pittsburgh will retain possession here. Mitchell looking it over. Out to the right wing. Back to Howard. And stolen by Thompson. And a fast break now for New York. And then Brand with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal. And then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's George, following the score by New York. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Doncic with the steal. From downtown, and it's Wade with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Duncan, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to your head, team.
And Pittsburgh with the possession here. Looking for their first basket of the game.
Goes to the away team.
Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. 4-point game. Here's Howard. It's rebounded by New York.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And he'll get a head of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. The 3 for Doncic. Good on the 3-point shot.
He's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
Wade outside. Here is Howard. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Wade left side. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Brand. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. And it's Davis with the jam.
Watching Davis run up court, very light on his feet for a big fella.
Outside, George takes a three. Pass to Mitchell. Outside, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. .15 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Outside, Wall. And here's Wilkins from the arc. And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for New York.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Here's Yao, and Yao slams it in.
Now check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Heaton. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
Payton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
And both free throws good for Payton.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Pippen. To the paint. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor and the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Here's Yao. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. That one good for 2. Yao's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him and simply lofting these inside shots up and in. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Free throw good. Adebayo. Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And stolen by Peyton.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Pittsburgh trails by 9. And here's Wall. The kick out to Wilkins. Here's Pippen. Here he goes. The shot's good on the assist from Wilkins.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
It's stolen by Garnett. Now Wall. Wilkins outside. Outside for Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Garnett outside. Pass to Wilkins. Off target from outside. New York leading by 7. Here's Peyton. He takes it in. Capitalizes off the crossover. 8 points for Gary Payton.
And how about the quickness on display there for Peyton, especially when he's slicing to the basket.
Wilkins outside. And he converts the layup.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Now here's George. Hasn't made one yet. That shot off. Excellent D there from Garnett. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's sent back by George. Chamberlain down low. Jacks up a 3. And George is good for 3. George has got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
The kick out to Wilkins. What a performance from Gary Payton. He has been the story for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so Doncic will bring it up for New York. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And they double up Doncic. And again, New York with the triple.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the shot is good. Davis has got 6 points.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
It's Pippen on the way. Takes it inside. A shake. Great D that time from Brand. New York leading by 15. It's stolen by Wall. Pippen with it. He's picked up by Brand. The kick out to Wall. Wilkins surveying the defense. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Davis. Clock at 6. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Left side Wilkins. Up top, Pippen. Now here's Wall. Yao with it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Thompson. Still yet to score. Brand trying to free himself up. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And here's the break. The pull-up. Brand, good. Brand's got his second basket.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pittsburgh shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. George has got 5 now.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Pass to Duncan. Ingram with the steal. Lets it go with the 3. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. An all-around talent. Wade is outstanding at involving his guys.
Now, here's Ball. Shot on the wing, and it's D. Wade with the rebound. To the inside. Stolen by George. Ball with it. Wade picks him up. Outside, George. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of me. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Mitchell outside. Back to Wade. Pass to Yao. A floater. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York. 13 points up at the end of the period. And they're winning the... And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Pittsburgh with the possession here, trailing by 13. Pass to Howard, and it's sent back by Turner. And they'll keep possession. Ball with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Wade, right side, driving to the basket. Here's Howard, rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. New York leading by 13. And a deep 3 from Ball. Pass to Wade. On the wing, Duncan. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Mitchell outside. 5 to shoot. And George with the block.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Ingram with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Ball from long range. Trains it from beyond the arc. And New York leads by 16.
Zero hesitation at the arc. Ball truly believes in his ability to shoot the three.
Back to George. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's George. The kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to George. Duncan grabs the rebound. On the wing, Mitchell.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Duncan outside. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Howard. Inside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Ball goes to the away team.
New York leading by 16. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. For three, Ingram. Pittsburgh pulls it in. And here's George. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Left side, George. Shoots over Ingram. Wade outside. For the three. Just 4 to shoot. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing. New York with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A tremendous scorer with the ball in his hands. Duncan just too much for the D to handle.
And so Duncan hits them both. .58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Wade outside. Mitchell way outside. The long distance three is buried.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop it.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Ingram outside. Launches it. Buries it from three-point range. And New York leads by 14.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
First team foul.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the layup falls.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
And it's sent back by Turner. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And Pittsburgh starts out with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
Love when PG's just aggressive in close, just punishing the rim that time.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Just doesn't feel like Bam Adebayo is 6'9". He covers so much ground.
Latrey. Duncan can't hit. Heat on offense. Three-pointer. And Paul George with the three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Wade. Pass to Howard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. From deep, George. They get it back. And the dunk by Duncan.
Well, great hustle from Tim Duncan, but great positioning as well. So skilled at using his long arms to haul rebounds in.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And here's Adebayo outside. The putback is no good. And here's George. Over Irving. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
It's been a quick start for Miami. It's a 5-point game. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Duncan. And he banks in the layup.
Duncan just too good around the rim. That's a cakewalk.
Wade, right side. Howard in the post. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Heat making a switch here. Now the Heat with it. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. No good from Irving. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. The drive by Mitchell. Here's Howard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the strength of Howard is tremendous, which makes him hard to stop when he catches it that low.
Drexler outside. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Irving with a clean look. Hits it from 3-point range.
The corner three by Kyrie. That's a nice ring to it.
The drive by Mitchell. Pass to Howard. Back to Mitchell. And it's sent back by Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Wilkins to the right side. No good from Yao.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Irving can't get it to go. Pittsburgh trails by 8. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Miami making a change here. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Wall. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing. Here's Miami now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Wilkins with the stuff.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Heat making a change here. That one misses.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
And the slam dunk by Pippen.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Down low. Here's Yao. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
The defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Heat?
They didn't hesitate to start working the offensive glass, and I tell you, those efforts have been rewarded with these second chance points.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Now, here's Drexler. He has yet to score. Keenan's shot is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
To the paint. Here's Yao. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block him.
From deep, Drexler. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
Now here's Wilkins. Back to Yao. He nails it. And we're tied up. Yao's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And Reeves has got the ball here for Miami. Launches it. Rebound by Yao. All with it. Now defended by Adebayo. From outside the arc. Outside Pippen. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Garnett. Shot clock at 5. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
And here's George for 3. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Stolen by Reeves. Irving from long range. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 6.
Really beat you up from deep. Irving, such a sharp shooter.
Back to Wilkins. Pass to Yao. Garnett outside. Shot clock at 6. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. Yao misses. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Here's Wilkins. Good on the shot.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Got a piece of it. The Heat leading by 3. On the wing, Irving. He has 6. 29 seconds left to play in the first half. Offside, Pippen. Kicks it out to Garnett. Back to Pippen. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
Irving for 3. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Now Pippen. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Miami's ball. They lead by 1. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Adebayo, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by Howard. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Mitchell gets it to go. Mitchell's got the game tied up here for Pittsburgh.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Ochai Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Now here's Wade. Nothing on the board. Yes, that goes in.
And he'll free up more space for himself on the perimeter with buckets like that. Wade's smart to get to work inside.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Mitchell. And it's sent back by George. And here's Adebayo outside. Great D that time from Howard. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Pittsburgh. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Here's Duncan. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Well, Duncan had time as the ball was swinging around on the perimeter to set himself up for the J. He's got room to shoot. He's going to make the defense look foolish.
It's stolen by Adebayo. And the wide open shot from Duncan. A 3-pointer off the mark. Pittsburgh trails by 3. Pass to Duncan. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. Wade left side. A 3 ball. No good. Shot missing. Straight D that time from Duncan. Back to Drexler. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
I mean, you see the shoulders there, right? Got to respect the strength that he has on the inside. The D has no choice but to foul him when he's in that deep. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Now, here's George. Irving for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 9.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Outside Irving. For 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Miami leading by 7. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Wade to the left wing. It's stolen by Adebayo. Floats it up for Adebayo. Stolen by Mitchell. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Pittsburgh shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And so it's Miami in control with... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Pittsburgh trails by 9. Garnett outside. Wilkins outside. Outside Pippen. Pittsburgh working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Yao. And Yao slams it in.
Now check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Reeves outside. Here's Keenan. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And that one is good.
And how about Ming just going to work? His guys are getting him the ball, and boy, is he rewarding.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Lets it go from deep. Miami no good on that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Garnett wide open. No good on the 3. Miami leading by 5. Outside Irving. Over Wall. And count it from 19 feet away.
Now, there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
Pippen with it. And Drexler picking him up. Outside Pippen. The kick out to Wilkins. George with the steal. Here's Duncan. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's a 9-point Heat lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Miami.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. .130 left in the fourth quarter. From 17 feet out, here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
Wilkins outside. Pass to Yao. Over Adebayo. Clock at 6. Back to Yao. From 20 feet out. Good. Nothing but net. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. On its way from Irving for 2. And they'll get another chance. From deep, Drexler. Another shot. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Yao Ming.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And how about the conviction to his craft? Wall has trust that his ability will shine through in big moments. No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Right side, Pippen. Kicks it out to Garnett. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Kyrie Irving.
Wide open look. Offline. And so it's the Heat winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile one.
On the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And Pittsburgh starts out with the ball. Mitchell outside.
Blocking foul called on Josh Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Virginia Beach. Out to Duncan. And it's off from three-point range.
Smith. First personal foul. First team
And
foul.
there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game.
Howard. First personal foul. First team foul.
Irving surveying the floor. Trying to get open is Oden. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
And it's George missing. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Virginia Beach. Nobody near Irving. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Lets the three fly. Shot clock reset for Virginia Beach. Back to Jordan. It's hauled in by Duncan.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can. He's pretty good at it.
Irving can't hit. And George, here we go. Mitchell left side. Spins. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Jacks up a three. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
And he makes all three.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside, Jordan. Over Wade. And he gets it to go from the corner.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside, George. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Jordan. Goes up on the high post. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
Pittsburgh trails by 5. A drive by Wade. And it's Wade with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot. Looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Now, here's Jordan. He has 5. And there's Virginia Beach with another bucket.
Boy, you take a look at that jump shot of Jordan's, effortless and impeccable in its mechanics.
Here's Wade. And then Wade slams it in.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
Duncan right side. And Duncan throws it down.
Boy, that's a powerful throwdown by Duncan. He saw an opening there and took full advantage of it.
And on the way from Irving for 3, it's hauled in by George. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Virginia Beach leads by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Pippen outside. Outside Wilkins. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Coming off the floor for the other team, number 25.
And Pittsburgh with the possession here. They trail by 3. Ball surveying the defense. Pittsburgh pulls it in. All with it. Down low. Yeah. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Man, this is way too easy for me, using his massive size to do a lot of damage inside.
It's Rudy Fernandez on the way. Still without a basket. Wall with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. And that's 10 points for Michael Jordan.
Well, if he's going to hit that, forget about it. Defensively, this is what you want Jordan to settle for, except that he goes and puts it right between your eyes.
Here's Yao. And Yao slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, you got to keep Yao Ming out of the paint. Guy is just too big and too strong and has too good a touch to let him catch it that close.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Virginia Beach with the possession here. They lead by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And stolen by Yao. Moving it up. Here's Wilkins. It's rebounded by Manning. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Virginia Beach shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Inside. Lively, no one around him. And he's good on the 3 ball. Lively's got the lead up to 8 now for Virginia Beach.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And Garnett with the slam.
When Kevin Garnett gets that ball anywhere close to the rack, he's going to throw it down.
Ball from deep 3-point territory. It's hauled in by Pippen. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Back to Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Here's Ball. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Here's Jordan. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Kicks it out to Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Monster flush that time from the big man.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Jordan looking it over. Pass to Manning. Now Ball. A 3-pointer is right on target. Ball's got 7 points.
Playing Lonzo off ball, pun intended, and he knocks it down.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. 8 seconds left here in the second. Irving for 3. And again, it's Virginia Beach with a 3.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Virginia Beach up 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Pulls up, high post. Now Meng pulls it in. Pittsburgh trails by 4. And out of bounds, Virginia Beach will have it. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Virginia Beach. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. And here is Jordan. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
And Wilkins slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Down with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Meng makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
And a wide open look for Jordan. Offline with his 3. Here's Wilkins. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Pass to Oden from outside the arc. And no good. Got a piece of it. Pittsburgh trails by 4. Pippen with it. He's picked up by Irving. And here's Wall outside. Good on the 3-point shot. Wall's got 5 points so far.
A strong decision maker with good floor awareness. Wall concluded that the catch and shoot was the right move.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Duncan outside. Shoots from the line. Pass to George. 5 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Mitchell. And here is Howard. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And stolen by Oden.
Could not bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
And a deep 3 from Irving. Can't connect from long distance.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Pittsburgh shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
To the middle. For Pittsburgh, they've made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. First free throw is good.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing. Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Wade with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Wade, double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
First personal foul.
In the corner, George with it. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
59 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Irving for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 16 points.
You got to run Kyrie off that line. If you let him get comfortable and find his shot from behind the arc, it's a wrap.
Here's Mitchell. Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. Over Bird. Hits the front of the rim and out. Virginia Beach leading by 4. Virginia Beach working the ball around now. Here's Irving. Pass the ball. And so it looks like it'll be Virginia Beach's ball.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot from 12. Off the left rim and out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Pass to Howard. Shoots over Lively. And he can't jam it through.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pittsburgh trails by 4. Duncan outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Got a piece of it. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. Out outside, Ball. No good on the three. Pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Lively, that's good.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
And Pittsburgh with the possession here. 4-point game. No good from Duncan. In transition, here comes Virginia Beach.
At 6'6", Ball is a tall point guard for sure. I mean, and that makes defenses uncomfortable and sometimes puts them in a bind where they can just foul.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Virginia Beach.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
Jordan, he's open. It's good from about 19 feet. And Virginia Beach leads by 6.
I think Jordan could do this all day long. I mean, the mid-range area is a very comfortable area for him.
Back to Wade. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Back to Ball.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Ball hits them both. Pittsburgh trails by 6. Here's Duncan. Here's Wade. And Oden sends it back.
Oh, great block from Oden. And this is the type of defender he's capable of becoming.
Virginia Beach making a switch here. It's stolen. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. There's the triple. That one misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And stolen by Oden. Irving for 3. Duncan grabs the rebound.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And out of bounds, Virginia Beach will have it. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Irving for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for Virginia Beach.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on the dime.
Wade outside. The 3 from George. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Pass to Irving. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Howard.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the shot is good.
And bursting through inside, so difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
And so the timeout by Rick Adelman here. And Pittsburgh with some changes. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that last break, I heard what Rick Adelman was telling his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And again, it's Yao Ming. I mean, we always talk his size, and that does help, but Yao also has terrific touch. You know, another tin cup moment here, but he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Here's Wilkins. The shot missing. Good D by Jordan. And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's Irving. So they foul intentionally. It's the first. That increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Raw always pushing the action. He is as aggressive as they come as a point guard.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Manning has a lot of attributes you like. He's really just an all-around solid big guy and does a really good job knocking down shots, too.
To the inside, and Wilkins with the stuff. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. When they go to the intentional foul.
Team is in the penalty.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
From deep three-point territory. No good. So Virginia Beach picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They